Let me ask you something important. Have you ever laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, silently begging for sleep to come, only to wake up sore, groggy, and anything but refreshed? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And it doesn't have to be that way. I want you to pause for a moment and think about your bedtime. Is it peaceful? Or is it filled with tossing, turning, and a mind that won't quiet down? Too often, seniors accept sleepless nights and morning aches as a normal part of aging. But I challenge that belief. Aging doesn't mean giving up comfort. It doesn't mean enduring restless nights or waking up stiff and discouraged. What if I told you that the secret to better sleep isn't in a pill, a new mattress, or a fancy gadget, but in a few simple movements you can do right from your bed? I've spent more than 30 years helping older adults manage pain, find deeper rest, and reclaim joy in their routines. What I've discovered is this: the body listens to what you do just before sleep. It takes its final cues from your final actions. And with the right guidance, you can train it to welcome rest and release tension naturally. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 easy, proven exercises that are not only safe for seniors, but transformative. These aren't workouts. They're bedtime rituals rooted in science and compassion. And they work. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need better sleep. It might seem small, but your support helps us reach more seniors seeking comfort and strength in their golden years. Also, stay until the end. I have a story to share that may change how you think about bedtime forever. Number 1, knee to chest stretch. Loosen lower back and hips. Have you ever laid down at night only to feel like your lower back was locked in place? Like your body refused to soften, no matter how many pillows you adjusted or how you turned? For many seniors, this isn't just discomfort, it's a nightly barrier to rest. Years of walking, sitting, lifting, and simply living life lead to shortened muscles and tension deep in the lumbar spine and hips. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to stay that way. The knee to chest stretch is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to tell your body, you're safe now. It's okay to let go. It works not because it's aggressive or complicated, but because it speaks to your body in a language it understands: gentle movement and deep breathing. Let's explore how you can bring this moment of healing into your bedtime. How to do it: lie flat on your back on your bed. Slowly bend your right knee and draw it toward your chest. Interlace your fingers around your shin, just below the kneecap. Your left leg should remain extended on the bed, relaxed and neutral. Gently pull your right knee closer until you feel a soft stretch, not pain, through your hip and lower back. Now pause. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Let each breath melt the tension. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Then release the leg gently back to the bed. Repeat on the other side. The power behind the movement. This stretch targets your gluteal muscles, hip flexors, and the deeper psoas muscle, critical players in posture and spinal alignment. As we age, these muscles naturally tighten, pulling on the spine and compressing nerves. That leads to pain, inflammation, and sleep disruption. But this one movement helps reverse that chain reaction. What makes it special is not just the physical relief, but the signal it sends to your nervous system. You're activating the parasympathetic response, the body's natural way of preparing for sleep and recovery. Each breath slows your heart rate. Each gentle pull reminds your brain that the day is done. Margaret's story. Margaret, a retired school principal at 78, had resigned herself to painful mornings. Her routine of walking around the neighborhood had become bittersweet, good for the heart, but harsh on her lower back. After one visit, I encouraged her to try this stretch nightly. 2 weeks later, she returned with tears in her eyes. "Doctor, I slept through the night 3 days in a row. I woke up and didn't need to sit on the edge of the bed for 5 minutes before I stood up. That little stretch is a miracle." Of course, it wasn't a miracle. It was Margaret listening to her body. It was the power of consistency, of treating bedtime as a sacred moment to unwind. Not just for the mind, but for the body that's carried you all these years. Ritual, not routine. What I tell every patient: don't just think of this as another task. Think of it as a goodnight letter to your spine. A final thank you to the muscles that supported you all day. A declaration that you deserve rest. This isn't just about better sleep. It's about reclaiming agency over your comfort, one breath, one movement, one evening at a time. So tonight, as you pull one knee toward your heart, let that small act be your first step back to peace. It's not magic. It's consistency, attention, and care. Number 2, reclined butterfly stretch. Open hips and calm the mind. You may not notice it at first, but your hips carry far more than just your weight. They carry your tension. And at night, when the world goes quiet, your hips often whisper back all the stress they've stored throughout the day. Many seniors lie awake not because their mind is busy, but because their body can't settle. That uneasy, restless feeling in the legs, the twitch in your thighs, the vague sense that something isn't quite comfortable. This stretch addresses all of that at the root. The Reclined Butterfly Stretch is about more than just physical release. It's a gentle opening of your entire system. It invites softness. It invites sleep. How to do it? Lie flat on your back. Slowly bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall gently outward like the wings of a butterfly. Don't push or force them down. Gravity will do the work. Let your arms rest comfortably at your sides, or place one hand over your chest and the other on your belly to help you connect to your breath. Now breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, filling your lungs. Exhale through your mouth for 6, softening your body with each breath. Stay in this position for 1 to 2 minutes. As you become more comfortable, extend that time to 3 or even 4 minutes. The longer you rest here, the more your body will respond with calm. Why this stretch matters? The inner thighs and groin area, often tight from years of sitting, walking, or even inactivity, play a hidden role in how well we sleep. Tight hips can cause low-grade tension that lingers without our awareness. And when our hips are restricted, our entire nervous system struggles to find stillness. This stretch not only increases flexibility, but also sends a powerful message to your brain. You are safe. Your body can relax now. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the same system responsible for digestion, recovery, and sleep. It eases circulation through the pelvis and legs and softens the deep muscles that can quietly keep you awake. Dorothy's transformation. Dorothy, a vibrant 74-year-old grandmother from upstate New York, had resigned herself to nights filled with tossing and turning. She described her legs as feeling buzzy, like they couldn't quite settle. Her doctor said it was aging. Her friends said it was normal. But Dorothy didn't want normal, she wanted peace. After a conversation with a close friend, she tried the Reclined Butterfly Stretch. That very first night, she felt something shift. Not dramatically, not all at once, but enough. Enough to sleep through the night without the constant need to move. Within a week, her sleep improved. Her mind felt calmer. She called it her evening exhale, a posture that didn't just stretch her body but soothed her spirit. More than a stretch, a surrender. This movement isn't about forcing flexibility. It's about allowing stillness. It's a way to tell your body, I'm not rushing. I'm not chasing. I'm ready. In a world that praises busyness and constant motion, this pose is a quiet rebellion. A moment of choosing ease over effort. A nightly reminder that you are worth the time it takes to unwind. As you lie there, knees gently falling apart, chest rising and falling with breath, think of this stretch as a doorway. Not to sleep alone, but to self-compassion. If you're still here, type 1 in the comments below. Let's keep going. Number 3, Spinal Twist. Reset the nervous system. Have you ever climbed into bed, hoping for rest, only to find your body refusing to settle? You shift from one side to the other. You fluff your pillows. You sigh into the dark. But no position feels quite right. Deep down, it's not just discomfort, it's stored tension in your spine that your body no longer knows how to release. Your spine is your central highway, not just for movement, but for energy, nerve signals, and emotional responses. When it's tight, twisted, or fatigued, everything else feels off. And too often, we overlook its role in sleep. The spinal twist is a simple, restorative pose that speaks to your whole system. It doesn't force change, it invites alignment. It unwinds not only the back but also the nervous system, gently guiding your body from fight or flight into rest and repair. How to do it? Lie on your back in bed with both knees bent and feet flat. Slowly draw both knees up toward your chest. Then, gently drop them to one side, keeping your shoulders relaxed and grounded. Extend the opposite arm outward, turning your head, if comfortable, in the opposite direction of your knees. Let your body settle. Let gravity take over. Hold the position for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing deeply into your belly. Then slowly return to center and repeat on the other side. Why this works? This twist gently wrings out the spine, lengthening and decompressing the vertebrae while massaging the internal organs. It improves digestion, reduces spinal compression, and most importantly, stimulates the vagus nerve. That nerve is your body's direct gateway to calm. When activated, it tells your brain, the day is over. It's safe to rest. Barbara's experience. Barbara, a retired nurse nearing 75, had battled nightly restlessness for years. She called it phantom pressure, a sense of internal tightness that made her toss and turn without knowing why. Her sleep was fragmented. Her mornings were foggy. After a gentle introduction to the spinal twist, something shifted. She described it as feeling her spine uncoil like a ribbon. Within a week, Barbara was falling asleep more easily and waking up with clarity. Her digestion even improved. She said, "It's like my body finally realized it didn't have to fight the day anymore." The deeper meaning. When you twist your spine slowly and mindfully, you're not just adjusting muscles and joints. You're releasing tension that's been held in your core, physically and emotionally. You're giving yourself permission to unravel. This movement becomes a signal, a whisper to your nervous system that the chaos of the day can dissolve, that you are no longer needed in defense mode, that now your only task is rest. Don't rush it. Let each twist be a breath-driven invitation to slow down. You may notice the quiet pop of a vertebra shifting or a sudden warmth in your belly. These are signs of realignment, not just in posture, but in presence. So tonight, as you lie in bed, try this twist. Give your spine the gratitude it deserves. Let it unwind, let it release, and let your whole system follow. Twisting isn't just for yoga studios, it's a medicine chest in motion. Number 4, ankle rotations. Improve circulation, prevent cramps. Sometimes it's the smallest discomforts that cause the greatest disturbances. A sudden cramp in your calf that jolts you awake. A tingling sensation in your foot that makes it impossible to fall asleep. Or that strange, heavy feeling in your legs, as if circulation simply isn't doing its job. These moments seem minor, but they steal your rest and wear down your confidence. And while we're quick to blame age, the truth often lies in something more hopeful: stagnation. When we don't move enough, especially as the day winds down, our legs lose their rhythm. Blood pools, muscles tighten, and our sleep suffers. But there's a gentle solution that takes just 2 minutes, no effort, and zero equipment: ankle rotations. How to do it? Lie comfortably on your back with your legs extended. Lift one foot slightly off the mattress and begin rotating your ankles slowly in a circular motion. Complete 10 slow circles clockwise, then reverse direction and rotate another 10 times counterclockwise. Repeat with the other ankle. There's no rush. Move with intention. Feel the stretch across the top of your foot, through your calf, and around the joint. Let the motion be smooth and deliberate, like stirring calm back into your body. Why this matters: your ankles and calves are the unsung heroes of circulation. They're home to your body's secondary pump, often called the second heart. With every rotation, you're activating your calf muscles and encouraging blood to return from your lower extremities back toward your heart. As we age, we naturally become more sedentary, and this return flow becomes less efficient. The result: cold feet, numbness, tingling, or worst of all, nighttime cramps that ruin your sleep. By making ankle rotations part of your nightly ritual, you're not just stretching, you're restoring. You're teaching your body that blood should keep moving, even when you're lying still. Jim's journey. Jim, a 74-year-old retired teacher, came to me complaining of angry legs. That's what he called them. At night, they throbbed and cramped. He had tried magnesium, new shoes, even drinking pickle juice. Nothing worked. When I suggested ankle rotations, he was skeptical. "That's it?" he asked. But a week later, he returned with a smile. The cramps were gone. The tingling had lessened. And for the first time in months, he said, "I slept like I used to when I was 40. This wasn't a complicated fix. It was circulation, restored with care." The bigger picture: ankle rotations may seem simple, but they embody something powerful. The idea that your body responds to attention. That even the smallest movements can wake up something deep and essential within you. Each slow circle reconnects you to your limbs. It sends a message that you are still in control. That healing isn't about force, it's about awareness. So tonight, before you drift off, take a moment to lift your foot and draw a few quiet circles in the air. Let it be gentle. Let it be enough. And if you're still watching, I'd love to know you're here. Comment too. It lets me know you're benefiting from this. Number 5, deep breathing plus arm stretch. Signal full body relaxation. What if the reason you can't fall asleep isn't just your back, your hips, or your legs, but your breath? What if your body is tired, but your mind is still on the run? For so many seniors, bedtime becomes a battleground of thoughts. Worries about the future, regrets from the past, aches that remind us of what used to be easy. And beneath it all is the breath, shallow, uneven, anxious. But there's a way to interrupt that cycle. A gentle, powerful way to calm your entire system and ease your body into the deep rest it deserves. The combination of deep breathing with a simple arm stretch. This is not exercise. It's an invitation to return to your body, to remember what it feels like to truly exhale. How to do it? Lie comfortably on your back with your arms resting by your sides. Close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4 as you gently raise your arms overhead, letting them stretch along the bed or pillow. Feel your chest expand. Feel your ribs open like the bellows of a calm instrument. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6 as you lower your arms back to your sides. Let go of the tension as your arms float back down. Let your shoulders melt. Repeat this movement 4 to 6 times, syncing breath with motion, and allowing each cycle to carry you deeper into rest. Why it works? This breathing pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural sleep switch. As you deepen each breath, you lower your heart rate, reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and cue your brain that it's time to wind down. The arm stretch adds a crucial physical dimension. Many of us, especially in later years, carry tension in the shoulders and chest. We hunch forward, we close inward, but when you gently lift your arms overhead, you open up space, literally, in the places where we tend to hold the weight of the world. It's not about flexibility, it's about release. Carol's quiet shift. Carol, a retired librarian in her late 70s, once told me that falling asleep felt like trying to quiet a room full of noisy children. Her body was exhausted, but her thoughts wouldn't sit still. She had tried warm milk, herbal teas, and even background music. Nothing helped. Then she discovered this breath and stretch ritual. The first night, she said it felt strange, like she was doing too little for it to matter. But by the third night, something changed. Her breath deepened without effort. Her arms felt lighter. And for the first time in months, she didn't fight for sleep. It just came. She described the practice as turning the lights off in every room of my mind, one breath at a time. The deeper truth. When you give your breath attention, you're giving your entire body permission to rest. You're telling your mind, we've done enough today. We can let go. This isn't just a bedtime routine, it's a return to stillness. A way to reclaim sleep not as something you chase, but something you allow. Tonight, try it. Stretch your arms gently above your head. Inhale with care. Exhale with trust. Let your breath carry you toward the rest you've earned. Still here? Comment 3. As we bring this journey to a close, I invite you to pause, not just to reflect, but to truly feel what your body has experienced tonight. 5 simple movements. 5 quiet invitations to let go, to soften, and to return to yourself. At first glance, they may seem almost too simple. A knee drawn toward the chest. A quiet stretch in the hips. A slow breath with lifted arms. But don't be fooled by their simplicity. Within each of these rituals lies a profound truth. Your body is still listening, and it's ready to heal. Aging often teaches us that slowing down is inevitable. But slowing down isn't the same as giving up. These nightly practices remind us that even in stillness, there is movement. Even in the quiet, there is growth. And even at rest, there is the potential for renewal. These movements are not just physical gestures. They are declarations. You are telling your body, you matter. You are worthy of care. You are allowed to rest. You may not feel transformation in a single night, but over days, over weeks, these moments build on each other. Your sleep deepens. Your mornings brighten. Your confidence begins to return. That stiffness you once braced for each morning, it begins to fade. That dread you once felt climbing into bed, unsure if sleep would come, it begins to disappear. I've seen it again and again, patients who had forgotten what it meant to sleep peacefully, who rediscovered that rest isn't a luxury. It's a necessity, and a birthright. So I leave you with this. Give yourself permission. Permission to pause. Permission to breathe. Permission to soften where you once held tension. Permission to create a nighttime ritual not out of obligation, but out of compassion. Whether you try one stretch or all 5, what matters most is that you begin. Not perfectly, not all at once, but gently, intentionally, faithfully. If you found value in this video, I'd be honored if you'd like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. And in the comments, tell me, what stretch will you begin with tonight? What part of your body is asking for your attention? Together, we're not just moving. We're reclaiming rest, one breath, one stretch, one night at a time. Until next time, I'm Dr. Keller. Sleep well. You've earned it.